What's going on, everyone? My name is Hongos, and in this video, let's go over the Apple Watch Series 6. I've been wearing the watch since it was first announced, and I gotta say, I'm very impressed with the Series 6. To start off, I gotta say, I don't see the Apple Watch as a watch anymore, sort of like how we have phones, but we never make phone calls. To me, this is a computer that's on your wrist that monitors your health, which is really amazing, and I'm very impressed with the direction that Tim Apple has taken the Apple Watch in. I think you'll be really happy if you are a first-time buyer. Even though I'm very impressed, I don't think that it's for everybody. And I would definitely recommend the SE if you're not looking for all the bells and whistles. So by the end of this video, hopefully you get the right amount of information and my own personal view, as the Apple Watch Series 6 has been really impressive to me. The biggest thing that Apple brought to the Apple Watch Series 6 this year was the new blood oxygen monitor, which is hard to miss because they plastered it all over their website, the ultra wideband chip, and the new colors. Is the blood oxygen monitor a reason to buy the Series 6? No, because I feel like if you're really dedicated to your blood oxygen, like being an extreme athlete or someone that has to monitor it for health reasons, I think you're much better off buying a dedicated device. Plus, it's not approved by any government agency. The new colors, I think they look really awesome. I'm personally a big fan of the Pacific Blue, although I went with a Space Gray because it's a more neutral color and it goes along with a lot more things. But that's how people will know that you have the Series 6 and the ultra wideband chip. This is Apple's next big thing because Apple tracking will be coming out this year. And this is sort of a way to future-proof yourself if you really want that Find My iPhone experience on the Apple Watch in case you ever lose it. These are the big hardware things that came to the Series 6, but I don't think that's a major reason why you should be purchasing this. I think that a majority of the reason to purchase this is because of the software experience. I think that the Apple Watch does a really great job at it, especially for such a small canvas. However, there are still some aspects of the Apple Watch that are very limiting, like the sleep tracking and the introduction of watch faces. The sleep tracking, it's bland. I'm pretty sure you've heard it from most reviewers. There's not a whole lot of information, which to me is a little bit odd because when Apple gives us a brand new feature, it's not so much about the feature itself, it's more about the experience. And sleep tracking is something that we've asked for years, but in early beta, it felt disappointing. And right now, after a few months, it's still very disappointing. If you're a high performance athlete or someone that really cares about your sleep, I think you have much better options like a Whoop or a Garmin watch, which will provide you with tons and tons of information. And I would personally go for if you're like an ultra endurance athlete. Second is the watch faces. Although Apple did open up watch sharing, I find myself not really caring too much as regular users are still not able to customize their watches to the fullest of extent. You can't pick your own font, your own hands, etc. My experience from going from a traditional analog and digital watch to this, I would not recommend it to you if you are someone that's really into watches. And those two are sort of a big part of the Apple Watch experience. I will say that the trifecta of iPhone, AirPods, and Apple Watch have me freaking sold on this thing. And one application that has done really well is Spotify, even though we just made a video bashing their UI. One thing that Spotify has done really phenomenally is the ability to detect my devices and switch seamlessly between them. So it'll know automatically when I have my headphones on, my iPhone on me, and it'll stream it with about a 90% accuracy rate. I did not get the same experience with Apple Music. It constantly tells me that I'm running Apple Music on more than one device, and it constantly tries to upsell me on the family plan, which I don't want. So Spotify is a big reason that I really fell in love with the Apple Watch. And if you want that really cool trifecta experience, you'll definitely enjoy having the Apple Watch on you. It works amazingly as a remote control for your music. The Apple Watch and its fitting is probably one of the best things that I didn't even know I wanted. I came from a G-Shock and I thought G-Shocks were really comfortable on my wrist, but then I put this on and it felt light as a feather. I especially love the fact that the Nike Edition bands are extremely comfortable. I would buy more, but they're $50 on top of the introduction of new hardware. Apple also did introduce new loop bands, but I think they're a giant freaking ripoff and I wouldn't pay $100 for a band and neither should you. The battery life on the watch introduced fast charging and I was really impressed because a lot of the times you're going to be asking yourself, well, if I'm going to sleep with the watch, when do I charge it? Usually I charge it when I first wake up in the morning or when I'm getting ready for work. And I think that The fast charging has done an exceptional job. I can go from 30% all the way up to 80% in about 30 to 40 minutes, which will get me through my day. However, if you're going to be going on hikes, camping, you might want to bring an external battery. For me, I turn off the always on display and the hand washing recognition, and I've even gotten it to a day and a half. The one disappointment though is the fact that in the box they still give you a USB-A type of cable. You can get a USB-C for an extra $30, but you shouldn't be paying for that. The Apple Watch is designed with health in mind, and I think one thing that it really helped me with personally is less phone usage. The new introduction of the Wi-Fi chip has really allowed for the watch to become a tool that reduces my screen time. After getting the Apple Watch, I consistently dropped my screen time 30% every single week, which is really amazing. Now, instead of in the morning picking up my phone, all the notifications are on my watch. And because the watch is limited to what I can do, I find myself not using my phone for about the first hour of the day. So if you're trying to reduce your screen time but still be reachable in the mornings, I would highly suggest you get the Apple Watch for this reason. I think that you should definitely buy the watch if you care about the bleeding edge of technology, you have the disposable income, and you want all the bells and whistles. But I think for the most part, most people should get the Apple Watch SE, as it has everything that you need, especially fall detection for the elderly. And the Apple Watch SE will work fine in the Apple ecosystem. If you're a first-time Apple Watch buyer, whether you get the SE or the 6, I think you'll be very happy with it. My hope for the Apple Watch as a user, I hope, is that they lean way more towards the health device and making this a really great tool to improve your life. I personally know that I benefit from it as a screen reduction tool, but I know some people would really want the watch to replace their phone in every way, shape, and form. I'm not really too much in that camp because at that point there's just way more buzzing from the watch than I want it to. But that's it for right now. If you have the watch, how do you use it personally? Did you upgrade from a 3 to a 6? And what are your thoughts about it? I'd love to hear it. At the end of the day, I thank you so much for your time and your attention. My name is Isaac Mihangos, and I'll catch you in the next one.